All right, this is wild. Are you ready for this one? I don't think you guys are ready for this because it took me a moment to even see what was happening here, okay? It took me a long time, okay? I don't know what's going on here, but I saw this and I'm confused, okay? So for those that don't know what catfishing is where you create a fake online persona with the intent of duping somebody, okay? So that would be catfishing. So creating a fake online persona is not catfishing. Trying to dupe people is. All right, so now that we have that kind of thought out and understood, let's look at this. So this Instagram post was from around 2018. So let's first look at the Instagram post, and then we'll go on from there. Okay, so you have Mrs. Always Right, some data structures and programming, coding unicorn, which is a FAMAL, switched from Sublime to VS Code and enjoying it. Okay, nice. Okay, nice. That's a positive. That's a positive. That's a positive, right? All right. So this is where things get a little bit confusing, okay? And we're gonna have a little bit of a little trouble wrapping our heads around this. All right. So I hope you're ready for this. Wait a minute. It says the site was made by Coding Unicorn, but the photos all look like stock or AI. Is this whole persona fake too? So. Got a whole fake potentially thing. King Noosh discovered that where you can see file directory up on a screen, the user is Edward C. Okay, what? Users Edward C. Huh. Coding Unicorn. Eduardcito. Edward, no. Okay, so didn't plan on the user's path. Caught in 14.4p. Caught low K quality, low definition. All right, wait, the hole goes deeper. Why does LinkedIn profile for linkedin.com/coding unicorn? We're going to go check it out. Coding Unicorn. Let's go. Coding Unicorn. Here we go. We're going. And we're getting it. And we got the data. Okay. And we're here. Coding Unicorn. Julia. Okay. Is a craftswoman. Software craftswoman and tech instafluencer on Instagram. Okay. Coding skills give you an edge over non-programmers. This is a fact of life. Like, honestly, I could outcode every non-programmer out there. Okay. Go ahead. Give me a non-programmer right now. We'll go mano-y-mano on leak code, and I'll kick their ass every time. 100% of the time. This is a fact. But to gain an edge over programmers, you need more than that. Also true. In fact, this statement is so true that I'm going to take this statement. I'm going to highlight this statement. I'm going to copy this statement. I'm going to go to my profile on LinkedIn. I'm going to view my profile. I'm going to remove all those because those are all just like, hey, come on, hey, come on, hey, come on. I'm going to go to a post. I'm going to create a post, and I'm going to copy and paste it, and I'm just going to post it. Okay? I'm just going to post it. Plagiarism. Finest. MIT license. AI, get wrecked. Get wrecked, AI. Get wrecked. Okay. So, say they work at DevTube, but only, the same name. I mean, I love the fact that you have your username on your laptop matches your Twitter name, but it's just not a good move, you know what I mean? Is mentioned in the foot credits. I'm 99% sure that Coding Unicorn is...
Welcome to Costco.
I forgot to turn off the
I
alerts.
love you.
Dang it. Dang it. I was so close. Now you just have to like and subscribe. I hate saying that. I don't. Dislike and unsubscribe. Right now. Let's see. Is Coding Unicorn. Either use Photoshop or a model to impersonate a woman developer. DevTube, the best developer videos in one place. Oh. What a... Oh, my goodness. Acts like they have no affiliation to DevTernity in posts. Tech conferences, I usually attend so few I can count them on one hand, but this year I'm definitely going to DevTernity. Oh, you know what I just realized? You can create an incredible network here. Created a fake, he catfished for marketing. It's just marketing. Whoa. It's so smart. I did not even see it coming. Tom the genius is behind this. Tom is behind this. Tom has to be the one behind this. But how wild is this? How wild is this entire situation going on here? You know what I mean? That there's this thing that exists. Oh, anything organized by Dev Events is the same organizer who creates these fake women speakers. Oh, wow. Gurgley even found, I didn't even realize that. Okay, look at this. Look at this. This is like a whole series. I didn't even realize this was a thing. Oh my goodness. Just following this thing out, not realizing it, how crazy it is. Imagine a tech conference having no call for proposal as they reach out to speakers directly. They successfully attract some of the most heavy hitter men speakers in tech and 3 women speakers. Now imagine my surprise that 2 of those women are fake profiles. They do not exist. I contacted speakers I know about this. They had no idea. One of the fake women profiles is supposedly a core Ethereum contributor and staff engineer at Coinbase. No such contributor. No one heard of her at Coinbase now or before. Why do this? Sad to say going forward, but if you're invited to speak at a lesser-known conference, do your diligence. If other listed speakers actually exist, okay, now this is not on my bingo card for 2023. This was not on it. For all of the things that could possibly be on my bingo card, having to learn about speakers that actually exist was not on it. This is a paid online conference. Large number of paid attendee workshops sold out. What a mess. To be very clear, this is about organizers creating fake profiles. To spell it out, why the conference generated fake women speakers, because the organizers wanted big names and it probably seemed like an easy way to address the diversity concerns. Incredibly lazy. Which conference? Well, where Anna Boyko, staff engineer at Coinbase and Ethereum core contributor, is speaker. She doesn't exist, except a listed speaker at a prominent online conference. Or another Java conference by the exact same organizer where Microsoft MVP and WhatsApp senior engineer Alina Brokonda is featured speaker. Would you know there is no such Microsoft MVP and Meta employee? Speakers listed at these conferences had no idea I talked with. The conference doesn't have a call for papers because they follow the Hollywood principle. That sounds made up, by the way. I mean, to be completely fair, if you've ever played enough, I mean, honestly, if you've ever played enough, what's the car rocket soccer game? Car rocket soccer game? What's the name of it? Gosh, what is it? What's car rocket soccer game? Rocket League, that's what it's called. Then you would know Hollywood Principle, okay, is obviously a very popular band, Hollywood Principle. Okay, so it's not made up. It's real. If you knew, I mean, you would know this if you played car soccer. Obviously not playing car soccer, okay? He's not playing car soccer at all, okay? Car rocket soccer not being played for. Instead, we follow the Hollywood Principle. Don't call us, we'll call you. I mean, it does sound badass. I mean, if we're being honest here, if you went to a conference where it's like, we do not do a call for proposals, we call you. It's like, oh, whoa, whew, whew, whew. That's a prestigious conference. Oh, that's a hot one. If you bought tickets to DevTernity, on the 7th and 8th December. You've been duped with fake speakers Anna Boyle, who is still on the website, a made-up profile AI image with no staff engineer at Coinbase. Some other listed women speakers who actually don't actually talk. Damn. Damn, that's crazy. This is crazy. I didn't even realize it was this bad. I just thought it was a dude catfishing a girl on Instagram. Data-driven design is DDD. To find out that it's not a dude making an AI profile, which naturally we all thought that was going to happen, right? That's kind of where my mind first went. This guy went full enterprise on it. Fake it till you make it, taken to the extreme. Domain-driven design? Yeah, domain-driven design. I said data-driven design. Domain-driven design. I mean, this is extreme. Fake it till you make it. I honestly did not see this coming. Duplicate-driven design. I knew it. The guy replied. Dear reader, if you know me well, you know that I have high standards of work and professional ethics. You know that DevTernity has been my life's work, and DevTernity is the event that I love and deeply care about. We've always delivered on that promise, and the event has been highly regarded by both speakers and attendees. It's all the result of hard work and ethical work, 8 years in a row. I won't be responding directly to Mr. Gurgley's, right? I don't know how to say his last name. I gotta learn how to say his name. He has a video where he says it. I should just learn how to say his name. Accusation, and won't even link it here. Given that Mr. Oroz didn't bother contacting me and sharing his concerns, he went straight to the socials and, using the power of his social network, shared all of his assumptions without validating them, damaging my life's work and reputation. I don't know what his intention was, but harm has been done. Nothing good, only harm. So instead, I'll explain. Okay, let's hear a good explanation, because maybe we're wrong. We could be wrong here. I'll explain to you what happened, and then you decide if my life's work and the upcoming event deserve to be ruined, and I ought to be lynched. I've been deeply concerned about inclusion and diversity, and I have been working very hard to make DevTernity inclusive for everybody. And it isn't limited to female speakers, which was the majority of Mr. Oroz's posts. Our code of conduct clearly states our policy, and it's not my words. If you've attended the conference, you know that. It's an amazingly safe, friendly, and inclusive event. This year, despite our attempts, we achieved a worse than expected level of diversity of speakers. It's far from what we wanted to achieve, and there's a lot to improve. There have been thousands of events chasing the same small subgroup of female speakers. As a result, from all the ladies we've approached, the ladies, who had experience in topics relevant to our program, we ended up with 3 brilliant female speakers, Sandy, Julia, and Chris, and I was happy when they said yes. But then, the worst dream of the conference organizers has materialized. 2 of our ladies dropped out. Sandy for health issues, and Julia switched to helping with the organization. You can't do both speaking and organization. Sandy and Julia didn't make it to the final schedule, but they kept appearing on the website while I was looking for a replacement. This partially led to an accusation that, since they are not part of the schedule, we've probably added them just to meet arbitrary diversity criteria. That statement is bold and unfair. Sandy and Julia confirmed their participation. They should have been part of the final schedule, but dropped out for reasons out of our control at the worst possible time. Ask Sandy or Julia. Did you ping them? Could you link them? So we ended up with only 1 female speaker, Chris. So while I was looking for a last-minute replacement, hoping I'd find it, Sandy and Julia were still mentioned on the website. Well, what about the other things? Like, they didn't exist at Coinbase. I think that's the thing I'd like to understand. Did he accidentally misattribute where they worked? Okay, here's the real one. Right? Like, where's the real, like, it is dressed below. Okay. So far, this seems a little weird here. Okay. The problem is that, together with Sandy and Julia, who were intended to speak, there was also a demo persona from our test website version. I should not be there. But, okay, it should not be there, as it's gotten there by mistake. It's auto-generated with a random title, random Twitter handle, and random picture. Really, a random title? it's odd that the title was so well put together, like contributor to both a blockchain and staff engineer at Coinbase. I mean, it seems it's incredible how random that title is. This is a very smart AI. I mean, I don't know what service they pay for placeholders, but that has to be an expensive service for placeholders. Man, that's an expensive Faker JS, the classic hot woman Faker JS. I've heard about this one. I noticed the issue in October, but my busy mind suggested delaying the fix until we finalized the program because one, it was not a quick fix, but it was just placeholders. Couldn't you just delete them out? It sounds like it's a quick fix because placeholders are usually like just literally just there. They're just a piece of data, or it's hard-coded. Like, it's easy. It's like the opposite of difficulty. Two, it's better to have the demo persona while I'm searching for the replacement speakers. I can't say that that's true. So, like, let's just say this is all a mistake. Granted, it's all a mistake. We can all agree it's a mistake. It's a mistake. That's not right. You have that doesn't smell good. Like, that doesn't feel good. I feel like this is not ethical. Like, you mentioned ethical many times. So why is it better, would be my question. What are you trying to say without saying it? That's a very important thing. I do hope that we get number 2 specifically addressed here, because number 2 seems really, really important. 3, and the persona isn't part of the schedule anyways, so it can wait. No harm, only good intentions. Well, no, I would say that number 2 is not good intentions. It's actually bad intentions. It's used to mislead people. Either mislead people you're asking to speak or mislead people trying to buy. Like, I cannot see a positive reason to keep it, right? Let's remove the word positive. I cannot see an ethical reason to keep it. The lazy argument I could totally buy. When he said, I was too lazy, I was like, shit, I've been there. Okay, maybe it's not as quick of a fix as I'd like because they're using WordPress and he forgot how to delete a row out of the WordPress CMS, whatever it is, library. The demo thing, totally viable. I'm really stuck on this one. Because this feels nefarious, right? This feels like I know what it does perceptually, and I know that I can use this perceptual thing to dupe people into doing what I want. Therefore, I will keep this perceptual thing around. That's how I read it. Right? It doesn't feel like negligence. It feels like intentional issues. Right? The persona isn't part of the schedule. Okay, then it's not a problem. So it can wait anyways. No harm. Only good intentions. The bug backfired has become a feature. Since Sunday and Julia and Persona were all ladies, we ended up with 3 ladies in the program who are not part of the final schedule. And since nobody asked or checked with me, the wrong conclusion has been made. We've done that to boost diversity. And that's a big and wrong ouch. Well, again, number 2 is, how am I supposed to read number 2? That's my problem, is how am I supposed to read number 2 other than that? So here I am, 12 days before the event with my family, my team, and our speakers concerned. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for that. Obviously, if you truly thought you were just doing fine things, and again, the problem with ethics is legality involves intention, but ethics often does not involve intention. It doesn't matter if you have a good attitude or only positive feelings, you can definitely do bad things, and you can do unethical things, even with good intentions. That's the whole problem. Romero? Like John Romero? Like the Doom guy Romero? That's a pretty big ass, no wonder they call you, not me. Okay, well, that's not a big change. That's not a big change. Okay, so, I mean, okay, again, you really got to be super careful. So if I am to believe point 1, it's not a quick fix, and then I see this, which is as quick of a fix one could have, okay? It's an MD file. Oh, it's a YAML file. Okay, yeah, it's YAML. It's harder. I get it. It's YAML. It's 7 lines of configuration. You could mess up the white space. Fair take. So it's hard for me to believe number one. Number two seems super unethical. And number three, it sounds like, don't worry about it. Which is hard. I mean, again, this is all hard for me to be able. Yeah, what about the Coinbase one? They can't even validate that that person exists. So the person helping organizing who's no longer a speaker, people aren't convinced they're real to begin with. Right? So let's see. I fixed the code and redeployed the websites as soon as I received an email from one of our speakers. It's fixed now and it won't happen again. I wrote a test for it. I'll ensure a safe and inclusive environment at the event, like it's always been. No doubt about that. I'll increase my efforts 10x to make sure that next year, if one of our ladies drop out, we'll have a fallback plan. I also want to say sorry to any speaker who has been confused, but the damage has been done. So my message to Mr. Oroz, instead of checking your assumptions, contacting me and respectfully discussing the concerns you have, you use the power of social media to damage me and my conference reputation by spreading lies about my ill intentions, my lack of concern about diversity, and that people should not attend the events. So it sounds like, he was expressly concerned about diversity, which led to these really confusing situations. I don't think they're lies. I think that he pointed out great things. He could not find these people existing in real life. And a staff engineer or a Microsoft MVP, like those are real titles where people can really find out if they exist. Like if this Julian person comes, it should be easy to verify, right? It should be easy to verify if that's right or wrong. I'll be eager to debate you on the topic publicly. We can schedule time for that. My email is this. Damn, threw it out there on the, never throw an email out on the Twitters. But that's okay. So, I mean, he must really believe that he is perfectly in the right for this debate. You can reach me anytime. If you want, you can attend the conference and see how inclusive, safe, and good it is. I won't scam you. Instead, you'll leave inspired and learn a thing or two, I promise. Meanwhile, I will go and spend the weekend putting out the fires you caused, Mr. Orozus. Make love, not war, dead people, or dear people. Shit. Thank you all. Edwards. Okay, did he say like, hey, everything is good? Have they come to some sort of understanding? Check out DHH retweet response. Okay, can someone leak DHH's? Okay, so now DHH is in this one? Remember, other people did digging and found lots of damning evidence, as well as fake posts from fake people posting about the conference, and he's done this for years. Yeah, that's kind of what it's looking like. What a strange tale. Never seen anything like this in decades of speaking at conferences. Regardless of what may ultimately be up or down here, I'm out. I think this is a good move by DHH. I think he's right. I'd be super concerned about any conference that has this kind of stuff around it because it is quite wild. It is very, very wild. And again, point 2 was the most concerning. Like if anyone read this and they did not get deeply concerned about point 2, I'd be very, very, very concerned about it. Kelsey Hightower is another heavy hitter in the conference world. As someone who helped organize and help run large events, I can understand how challenging it can be to put together the programs and oversee events from start to finish. Yes, he's very experienced. He's a very talented individual. However, based on your own telling of events, I take issue with continuing to advertise speakers who have notified you that they will no longer be speaking at the conference. You are charging attendees money, and they might be making their purchases based on these decisions of the list. So this is point 2. It's like exactly like that's called a scam. So I think Asmongold does a great job breaking this down, where he talks about the Pokimane cookies. Is it a scam? She is not scamming anybody. It's overpriced. That's different. A scam is where you buy one thing and you get something else. This is, to its definition, a scam. Misleading is scam, right? When you do something like this, this is pure scam. You're charging money for people who either don't exist or B, they will not be speaking. Like that is scam. Now the health food part, yeah, that would be a scam. Even Asmongold talks about that. But the contention's over the price, not necessarily the health part. All right. However, let's see. You are charging. Yes. Okay. I have made mistakes of my own, and I'll show. Let's see. And so I'll show some empathy by not calling out everything I would have done differently in hindsight. Yeah, that's good. That's fair. I will say this: the pool of qualified speakers is much larger than it ever has been. This is also very true. There's lots of very talented people. This isn't all on you, by the way. As a paid speaker, I also need to take a bit of accountability. Given the allegations and your response, I can no longer participate in the event, and I have asked that I be removed from the program and removed as a listed speaker on the website, GitHub repository, and any future promotions of the event. There you go. So he's a paid speaker. So obviously they're paying for the speakers. They use the conference money to pay for that. Rebase it out. Rebase it clean out. DevTernity has fake women speakers listed for years. Here's a fake Anna Boy's colleague, fake Natalie Stradler, claimed to be at Coinbase. No such person ever worked there, of course. I checked. She spoke in 2022. Just incredible. I mean, at the end of the day, like, you should know that this is just playing with fire. For years. Software craftswoman, yes. It feels bad because like the problem with this kind of stuff is it does hurt women, right? Because now there's just more skepticism, right? It just makes it worse for everybody involved. Now, I know it's literally the worst outcome of it all, which is just the worst thing. And so it's just like this doesn't help anybody. The people who purchase tickets are being scammed. The people who are speaking there are being scammed. Now you have all of this happening, and it's going to be even worse. It just feels bad because it undermines everything that whatever you're trying to achieve. Did you discover his fake female Instagram account? 120,000 followers. Ooh, that is painful. I understand that this is really unfortunate turn of events. However, I am not sure whether I can trust you or saying, given that you claim that Anna was an auto-generated demo persona from our test website version. GitLog seems to say otherwise. Wow. I mean, that's bad, right? This is really bad because now you're getting into a situation in which it looks intentional. So it's even harder for me to believe these statements. So, I mean, to me, it just seems like we have now officially caught. I am the coding unicorn. We're all the coding unicorn. I mean, the problem is at this point, like, I really wanted to give this guy the benefit of the doubt. I didn't want to, like, dunk on him too hard. But I mean, it's hard not to say that this is 100% a scam. This is 100% a scam at this point. Do you have any other concerns other than the single poor random lady who actually never made it to our final selection? I double-checked. Never. For 8 years in a row, attendees were getting what they were paid for every single time. Well, the problem is that it's said that this person existed, and it doesn't exist. Maybe I mistaked by adding a poor random lady. What? But it is that single random lady. Is this single random lady worth all the hate? Holy cow. Dude, you gotta just take the L. Just accept that you know what? I bet you if he would have taken the L early on, no one would have dug nearly as hard, and he probably would not have been caught nearly as deep. Right? I mean, this is some. The problem is once this happens, once you do this, you really do this. This is the problem. This guy, no, he's not even gaslighting. Gaslighting is at least like a believable lie that you feel discomforted with until you feel like you're going crazy. There's no crazy here. No one's being duped. This is just straight manipulation. Dear sweetness. Yes, marketing, y'all. Yeah. Marketing would have been so much better. Honestly, marketing would have been so much better. Dude, just leaning in and being like, yeah, I used it for marketing. He's either it is delusion. He actually believes it. Anna. Hey, if by the way, if this is a real person, I'm very sorry. Okay? Anna, if this is, I don't know if this is, at this point in my life, I don't know if things are AI generated or not. I can't even tell anymore, but hey, if you're a real person, sorry. Genuinely feel bad for you. I hope that your name's not real and that you're just like some other person in some related version. This person does not exist.com. It's a random lady. She is in Pornhub. If that's to be believed, okay, I can't believe anything now. Okay, first off, I don't want a link. I don't want a link, okay? I don't want a link. I don't want a link right here, okay? I don't want a link. I don't want a link. So let's see. So I've been called out and canceled by listing a person on my conference website who never actually made it to the final program. Just a random person on the conference website. Canceled for all the good work I've been doing for 15 years. No, see, again. Yeah, okay, so obviously the problem is we don't need to read the rest of this. He's just claiming victim. But the problem here is very, very simple. You used it to your advantage. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And I genuinely feel bad for the speakers. For the speakers in the past, I feel bad for the attendees buying this stuff because they think they're getting something and they're getting something else. Sad. The name. Don't commit fraudogen, okay? It's like, don't! It's that simple.